In this section, we're going to talk about splinting. Splinting is a ways of immobilizing an injury to an extremity. So we want to make sure of a couple of things. Splints can be made from a variety of different things. If you're on the top of dolly sods, you may be able to use your shirt and two branches to splint an extremity. The important things to remember is we do not want to try and straighten out the leg. If you have a fracture right here, we don't want to straighten the leg. If the ankle is twisted, we don't want to straighten that. If their shoes are on and they have an injury to that leg, we leave the shoes on. Splints can be a variety of different ways. If I injure this finger, I can splint it by buddy taping it to the adjacent one. If I have an injury to this leg, I can splint it using bandages or pieces of cloth to the adjacent leg. We always want to apply the splint above and below the injured portion. So if it's my elbow, I want to splint it above and below. And we also want to make sure that we check for circulation in the extremity after we've applied the splint. So we're going to ask them, can you feel your fingers? Can you feel your toes? We want to make sure that it's not pale. We want to make sure that the skin is warm, same temperature as the surrounding tissues. Watch this video. If you have any questions about splinting, you can call me or email me, 304-668-6329. Thank you.
Splinting should only be used if you need to move or transport the person to seek medical attention, and if it does not cause more pain. Two things to remember when working with splints. Apply splints to immobilize the areas above and below the injury. Do not try to straighten the body part. Instead, splint the body part in the position found. There are multiple types of splints, including anatomic, soft, sling and binder, and rigid. Anatomic splints immobilize an injured body part using an uninjured neighboring body part. Support the area above and below the site of the injury. Check beyond the injured area for feeling, warmth, and color. If the person is wearing a shoe, do not remove it. Place folded triangular bandages above and below the injured area. Move the uninjured body part next to the injured body part. Tie the bandage securely. Do not tie the ends directly over the injured area. Recheck beyond the injured area for feeling, warmth, and color to make sure the splint is not too tight. If the person loses feeling or her skin turns pale, cold, or blue, loosen the splint. Soft splints, such as folded blankets, towels, or pillows, work well to immobilize injured ankles and forearms.
Okay.
Support the area above and below the site of the injury.
You okay? All right, let's stabilize this light.
Check beyond the injured area for feeling, warmth, and color. Place folded triangular bandages above and below the injured area. Gently wrap a soft blanket or folded towel around the injured body part. Tie triangular bandages gently with knots. Tie the bandage securely. Do not tie the ends directly over the injured area. Recheck beyond the injured area for feeling, warmth, and color to make sure the splint is not too tight. A sling and binder can be used to immobilize injured arms and shoulders. Support the arm above and below the site of the injury. Check beyond the injured area for feeling, warmth, and color. Thread one end of a triangular bandage under the injured arm and over the uninjured shoulder to form a sling. Tie the ends of the sling together at the side of the person's neck. Pad the knot for comfort. Bind the injured body part to the chest with a folded triangular bandage to keep the injured area stable. Recheck beyond the injured area for feeling, warmth, and color. If the binder is too tight, loosen it. Rigid splints, such as padded boards, folded magazines, or padded metal strips that do not have any sharp edges, can be used to immobilize injured areas.
What happened?
Support the arm above and below the site of the injury.
Okay, just keep your arm steady.
Check beyond the injured area for feeling, warmth, and color. Place the rigid splint under the injured area. Immobilize the elbow as well as the forearm. Place a roller bandage in the person's hand to keep it in a natural resting position. Tie folded triangular bandages above and below the injured area. Recheck beyond the injured area for feeling, warmth, and color. If it's a forearm injury, bind the arm to the chest using folded triangular bandages or apply a sling.